Hey everybody, it's Master Rock here down at the Dae-Yang. Connor and I snuck in here this evening. Hope you are all doing well and everything's going well with your social distancing at home. I know some of you are probably doing some schoolwork and things, getting ready to do schoolwork at home, so we thought it would be kind of interesting to also give you some things to work on Taekwondo wise while we're at home. Keep in mind this is our first attempt at this, so there'll probably be some bumps and glitches and we're doing this, but if anybody has ideas about things we can do to make this better, feel free to let us know. And other than that, we're going to get started here. We're going to give you some things to do for tonight for a warm-up. Feel free to practice these at home and we'll go from there. Okay, tonight's warm-up. Most of you might not have as much room as we have here in the Dae-Yang, so we're trying to figure out a way to make this a little bit more consolidated. All right, first part of the warm-up tonight is just getting your blood moving as usual, like we do in class. So we're gonna start off with something simple, some jumping jacks. Obviously you can do these in your house if you have room, your driveway, your backyard, your front yard, at the beach, wherever you can find some space, okay? And I would assume most of you have some space at home that you can do these things. Okay, so tonight the idea is to do let's start off with 1 minute's worth of jumping jacks. All right, Connor's going to start us off here. I'm not going to film Connor for 1 whole minute. I think most of you would fall asleep while watching him do this, but he's going to get us started and then we'll cut to the next part. All right, Connor? Chijak. All right, next, after a quick set of jumping jacks for your minute, hopefully, we're going to drop down. Connor's going to do 10 basic push-ups, regular arm distance apart. Go ahead, Connor. Shijak. And obviously, feel free to do these along with us. Okay, so 10 push-ups. Once you're done with that, we're going to stand back up. And we're going to jog in place. Connor, go ahead and start jogging in place. All right, so he's jogging. He's going to do that for about, you can do 30 seconds to a minute, whatever you feel comfortable doing tonight. Okay. All right, we're going to pretend a minute's gone by. He's going to drop. He's going to do 10 more push-ups, this time with a diamond hand grip. Shijak. Excellent. And now he's back on his feet. Hopefully you've finished your diamond push-ups as well. If you need more time, you can obviously pause the video. At this point, we're going to do some more jogging. He's going to jog in place for another 30 to 60 seconds, okay, depending on which ones you're doing. Feel free to start your jogging, have a timer, go for a minute. This will be helpful for where parents and whatnot can help do your timing, or if you have a brother, sister, somebody that can watch the clock for you. After he's finished with that, he's going to go down. He's going to do 10 more push-ups this time. He's going to do wide grip. Okay, so as far out as his hands can go. Go ahead, Connor. Once again, 10 of these. Excellent. Now he's back up. He's jogging in place again. So normally, for most of you, we'd be doing this around the whole Dae-Yang, getting lots of jogging in, but doing it in place works just as well. All right, this time we're going to do it again, 30 seconds to 60 seconds. And once that time's up for you, stop, and we're going to go and do some crunches. So drop down, Connor. Let's go 20 regular crunches. I'm only going to have Connor do 10 here, but most of you should be able to handle 20 of them. So feel free to do your 20 while Connor just does 10. Good, he gets back up. This time he's gonna go for, I don't know, let's go 20 to 30 seconds with his knees up high. There you go. The idea here is to make sure that your knees go up to your belt. You're trying to make your feet move nice and fast. Good. We're going to assume that's 20 to 30 seconds. Wasn't really for Connor, but He's getting off easy here. Those of you at home practicing, make sure you go that full 20 or 30 seconds. All right, after that, he's going to drop down. He's going to give us 20 leg lifts. And all of this has mostly been done so far in probably a 5x5 space, give or take. Well, Connor's a little bigger than 5 foot now. So 6 foot space, we'll call it. So that's all the space you need so far at home. All right, good. We're going to assume Connor's done 20 of those. He's back up on his feet. This time he's going to jog in place with heels going to the back. Once again, you're going to do this for 20 to 30 seconds. And all right, we're going to assume Connor's done his 20 to 30 seconds. Then he's going to stop. He's going to lay back down. And he's going to do rowing sit-ups. We're going to do 20 of those. Good, he's probably only doing about 10 of these, but then he's going to stop and back up on his feet. Good, one last jogging in place. And once again, let's do 30 seconds to 60 seconds for this regular light jog. And good. And stop. Next part of our warm-up tonight is a little bit of a balance drill. And it's like cardio, but not too major. Basically, some of you have done this drill recently. I'm not sure if the kids have or not, but basically this is where we balance on one foot and we do 4 directional kicks. Okay, tonight let's start off with a front kick. So Connor's going to start off with his right leg back, and he's going to do a front kick to 4 directions, one towards the front, to the side, the back, the side, and then back to the front. Okay, go ahead, Connor. Good, and switch the other foot. And it really doesn't matter which direction you rotate, whatever you kind of feel comfortable. I'd recommend trying to do both directions. Good, excellent. Connor puts down, switches to his right foot back. He keeps getting closer to the camera though, so we're getting too close. All right, next part, same motions, but we're gonna do this time a round kick. So Connor, go ahead and right leg back and round kicks. The idea here is to try to keep that knee up. Don't let that knee drop. Try to keep it up the whole way around as you go. All right, really work and focus on that balance. Switch over to the other leg. Good. Excellent. Try to keep your hands in tight. Don't let them float around. Excellent. All right, third kick, side kick. Okay, right leg back. And shijak. Good, really focus on foot shape here. Try to get that heel so it's the part sticking out and your toes are down. Excellent. All right, now the other leg. Good. All right, so front kick, followed by round kick, followed by side kick. Fourth kick tonight we're going to do is a axe kick, okay? Actually, excuse me, let's not do axe kick. Let's do outside to inside crescent kick first. All right, you ready, Connor? Shijak. Don't worry too much about the height yet. At this point, we're just working on balance. If you're warmed up and you feel like you can go higher, by all means, do so. Excellent. Now we're going to do inside to outside crescent kick. Good. And then the other leg. Excellent. All right, good. We're not going to sit here and videotape Connor doing this 1,000 times, but that was front kick, round kick, side kick, outside to inside crescent, inside to outside crescent. On your own, add axe kicks. So all the same directions and everything, both feet. Add hook kicks. And Connor, any other ones you can think of?
No, sir.
All right. So let's go with that list of kicks. And as I said, do 4 corners, or 4 directions, and then switch, do 4 directions the others. All right, good. Moving on. All right, next for tonight's little mini class, we're gonna do forms. All right, tonight we're gonna focus on just Chun-Ji. We'll kind of slow it down a little bit, break it apart, and go over some points within Chun-Ji. However, I recommend for those of you that have other forms that you practice all of your forms at least once, maybe twice if you have time. Granted, this may take a little bit more space, but see if you can figure out moving some furniture or doing it outside in the driveway, whatever. But if you need to move furniture, talk with your parents before doing that for the younger ones. All right, so Connor is going to start with Chun-Ji, and we're going to do it kind of a slower pace and walk through some parts of the form. All right, so first, Junbi, feet are shoulder width apart. I still see a lot of people where your feet go wide. Connor should go ahead and show us the bad way to look. Move your feet out really wide. All right, they do that. Hands are kind of wandering around, not where they're supposed to be. Yep, that's terrible. Don't do that, Connor. Bring your feet in shoulder width, hands just below your belt, and then we're ready for the form. All right, ready? Shija.
Good.
Good, keep going. Yep, good. Notice the sine wave where he comes up, centers, and then goes back out. That's one of the trademarks of a Chung Han form. You want to make sure you're showing that sine wave up and down motion as you come forward and backwards. All right, good chambering on those low blocks. Cross your arms in front. All the punches are middle punches, okay, which should be about where the flag is on your chest. Good. Feet should be about shoulder width apart. That one was a little long for Connor, but not too bad.
Hey.
Good. Borrow. Excellent. All right. Now, like I said, we're just going to take some parts of Chun-Ji tonight, but I want everybody to work on all of their forms if they have more than just Chun-Ji. Make sure you go through each one slowly, then go through it if you can, full power, if you have space and room. If you don't, just do sections of it. You know, I used to have to do forms in a really small dorm room sometimes in college, and was able to do them in a very small spot. I'd go forward a step, back a step forward, kind of figured out a way to do it. But play with that, okay? It's always challenging if you're in a small area. All right, next, let's see. Let's review just the first part of Chun-Ji. Connor's gonna step from Junbi and out into a low block, long stance. Shija.
Hey.
All right. First things here we want to look at, notice that Connor's back is straight. All right, we're not leaning forward, we're not leaning back. His hand, the low block, is parallel with that front leg, okay? Granted, Connor's probably just a hair low. He can probably come up just a little bit. Yep, there we go. All right, the ready hand, which is his right arm, is on his belt, pulled back. You want to think of it as an elbow strike. That would be correct. All right, at the feet, we've got his back leg nice and straight. Or back leg nice and straight, I should say. His back foot is slightly turned out. Front leg is bent so that he can look down that front of that knee and see the first part of his front foot, probably just his toes, okay? You want a slight angle to that, but you don't want it to be extended forward. Connor, move your knee forward. Yeah, you don't want it like that. That's gonna look kind of funky. All right, back a little bit is good. All right. Next one, we're going to review the punch. All right, he's going to rise up, come out in the long stance, and forward punch. Maybe, there we go. All right, good. So even black belts are still correcting and fixing things, and that's kind of the fundamental. While you guys are working at home, it's important that you dissect and think about what you're doing. Check all those little things. Is my stance right? Is my punch right? When you're doing your form slow, work on these pieces. All right. Once again here, Connor's ready hand is on his belt. His elbow is bent and back like an elbow strike. that front hand, let's see, where's his thumb? Oh, there we go, tucked in underneath, just like it should be. And we're striking with these two first knuckles, okay? Make sure this part's flat, all right? We don't want any broken wrists if you punch something hard. All right, once again, shoulders are square, back is straight. His target, right in that center part where the V on your dobot comes together. All right, very good. All right, we're gonna move a little bit forward here and get to the other parts. For tonight, we're gonna try to keep this somewhat simple, but to the point. So let's go forward, Connor, keep going, and I'll tell you when to stop right before you switch to the L stances.
Yes, sir.
Okay, notice he comes up, his feet kind of come together when he centers to the next move. All right, Connor, go ahead and do your first L stance, outward middle block. All right, so the one thing that Connor didn't do quite right there was when he moved from that one stance, the long stance, to this stance, he didn't bring his feet in center completely. He did a little bit, but I think he could have done that a little bit more, okay? So let's go forward, back to that forward punch, long stance again, Connor. Yep, all right, so this time when you center, chamber, and bring your feet almost together, okay? Go ahead and do that. There you go. Better. All right, we can work on that motion. You want it to be fluid. All right, so here we are in our L stance. All right, first thing I notice is that Connor's feet are on the same line. I would recommend that he move his front foot a little bit more towards the flags. There we go. His weight is back, roughly 70 to 30. All right, 70% on that back leg, and another 30 on that front leg. Okay, both knees are bent. All right, he should feel like he could lift that front leg if he had to do a front kick or something fairly easily. Okay, now this is different than a back stance. A back stance is a little shorter, narrower, and not quite as long and stable as what I would consider an L stance to be. All right, moving up, we've got his ready hand back on his belt like it should be. His block is a hair high, but not bad. The reason we want to keep it a little lower is we want to protect his rib cage down here, okay? This elbow right here is protecting the ribs. All right, good. Back straight, he's gonna step forward once again into a long stance and reverse punch. Go ahead, Connor. Good. And all the same things go for what we talked about before. So there's some key points for Chun-Ji, all right? Remember, this is a Chung-Han form. It requires the sine wave motion as you move up and down and forward. Your Tae-Gooks do not do the sine wave motion. Your head should stay fairly level throughout the whole form. All right, good. Once again, practice Chun-Ji. Go from there through all the rest of your forms that you know, and we're gonna move on to the next part.
All right, next, while you're at home, work on some kicks, all right? This part gets a little different. Normally in the Dae-Yang, we'd use the bags or paddles or something of that sort and practice kicking and targeting, okay? Not all of you at home have bags or paddles, I understand that, and so there's some other options that you can do. The first being cardboard. If you have a box laying around the house, cut off a section of cardboard. You can have a parent or somebody hold it out. If you don't have somebody to hold it, cut a big enough piece of cardboard and actually stick it in a door jamb. Actually, I can probably show you an example of that here in 1 second.
So we found a piece of cardboard, ripped it off the box, and stuck it in the door jamb. Basically, it's nothing fancy. We just opened the door, stuck the cardboard in, shut the door. All right, you can do this at home if you got a door and some cardboard. All right, Connor's just gonna demonstrate a couple round kicks. All right, go ahead, Connor. All right, good. And he's breaking the cardboard already. Couple more. Good, excellent. So simple kicking target that you can set up and use at home. Doesn't require a lot of anything really, just a door with a door jamb and some cardboard. So give that a shot. Some other options might be to use a pillow, okay? Make sure you talk to your parents though if you're a minor. But anything that you can kick without hurting yourself and not damaging something of importance in your house is a good option probably. All right, so along with that, we're gonna go over some things to
do with this kicking target. Our kicking target, whether it's cardboard, paddle, bag, it doesn't matter. But some kicks to review tonight. Look in your manual, okay? Even though we're not sure at this point whether testing is going to happen on the 4th or not, I strongly recommend you review any of your kicking techniques that you have up to your current next test, okay? So practice them all on your kicking target if possible. And if you can't set up a kicking target, just do them in the air, okay? So, you know, white belts, you got front kicks, side kicks, not back kicks, but axe kicks, you know, high ranks all the way up to your next test's requirements, okay? Make sure you review all those and practice them, okay? And it doesn't have to be fast, doesn't have to be under full power. You can walk through it slow and steady just to continue to practice and build muscle and not become, you know, vegetables on a couch while we're away from the dojang. Good. Next, we're going to move on to some visualization things, which might be a little bit challenging for some of our younger students, but for adults, this is a good, I should say adults and older teenage students, this might be a very good form of practice at home. It helps with muscle memory, but also just reinforcing your basic motions for wrist grabs, which is what we're going to work on tonight. All right. So, if you do have the fortunate thing where you have a sibling or somebody in the house where you can practice your wrist grabs with a partner, do so, okay? But do so carefully and preferably with a parent supervising, okay? I don't want to hear about horror stories where one of you snapped the other one's wrist in half while practicing. Do everything slow and do everything with extreme caution. I do not want to hear stories of anybody getting hurt, okay? All right, so for those that don't have partners though at home, you know, whether that's a wife, a husband that doesn't do Taekwondo and is not willing to grab you, that's fine, okay? What I want you to work on is visualization, okay? So for number 1, say same arm wrist grab. We're here, somebody grabs my arm, all right? I'm gonna visualize that they've grabbed my arm, okay? I'm gonna balance break, come up, over, trap, arm here, step down, and back. Okay, once more, let's go through that slow. I'm here, balance break, trap their hand, circle up, come back to my center, arm up and over their arm, and down and back. Okay, good. So, go through each one of those. Number 2, okay, I'm gonna grab this arm this time. I'm gonna go here. Here, we're going to do the basic one that we do for number 2 at the moment. We're going to here, up and around. I come around, I'm doing this. My hand's going to spin up and grab their hand and push it towards their elbow. I'm going to bring it up. I'm going to drive down, take to the ground. Good. 3. Okay, we are here. I grab right arm. I'm going to trap. I bring it up. I'm keeping their arm bent, like the Z pattern that we look for, okay? So I come up, here, start over, I'm doing this 2 ways now. Here, come up around here, grab, bringing it close to my chest and body, stepping forward, and bending. Once again, do this slow, all right? I am not gonna go through each one of these. I think it would take a long time, and I don't think there's a reason for any of you to watch that. But I'd like you to try to visualize and practice these at home on your own. If you don't have a partner, if you do have a partner and you can use that partner, go for it. All right. Other than that, we're going to do a little bit of a cool down here with some stretching, and Connor's going to demonstrate some of these stretches for us next. Next, we're going to do a little bit of stretching and cool down. Connor's going to start with his feet together, hands at his side. He's going to take a deep breath in. As he exhales, he's going to go straight down, slowly reaching for his toes. Stretch his hamstrings. All right. Good. Every time he's going to hold that for a few seconds. He's going to breathe in. And then relax, stretch a little bit farther down as he breathes out. Trying the whole time to relax those muscles in the back of his leg right now that are probably still pretty tight. All right, so hold that. I'd recommend trying to hold this stretch for at least 15 seconds. and keep continuing to breathe out and try to relax and go a little bit farther. Hopefully by 20 seconds or so, we can start coming back up. Good. This time Connor's gonna move his feet about shoulder width apart. Actually, let's go a little farther than shoulder width. There we go. All right, from there, what he's gonna try to do is basically pull his feet together. So he's gonna hold and pull his feet together like he's trying to close his legs. Okay, go ahead, Connor. Should be using some muscles there, the inside of your legs. All right, it's pulling tension. Good. After about 10, 15 seconds, he relaxes. And from there, he's gonna let his feet go out a little bit farther, another foot, 2 feet. All right. From there, he's gonna do the contraction again, where he's trying to pull his legs in together. Should feel this on the inside of your legs. Once again, for 10 to 15 seconds. And he's gonna relax, and we're gonna go out, not quite as far as he can go, but almost. All right, good. From there, he's gonna do the same contraction again, once more. And wait 10 or 15 seconds. He relaxes. Good. Now he's gonna go out about as far as he can go. I don't wanna say comfortably, slightly uncomfortably. Okay. Now from there, he's gonna reach down to the front, trying to keep his back straight, bend at his waist. And he's gonna walk his hands forward. Okay, let his hips come down to the floor if you can. Excellent, hold that for 10 seconds. Roll back. Good, try to keep your hips as low as you can when you try to push your hips all the way back. And then keep working backwards, Connor, go back. There we go. Good, once again, hold that 10, 15 seconds. Come back to the center. Good. From there, if you can get your feet to go out a little bit farther, go for it. If you can't, that's okay too. All right, from here, we're gonna sit back up so his body comes straight up off the floor. Good. Hold that position. From here, we're gonna go back down. And then rotate so that his left foot goes up and his right knee goes down, so it's a side split. There we go, good. Hands on both sides. From here, if you can, try to keep that front leg straight. All right, good. And if you can, put your chest down to your leg. Fantastic. Some of you I know can lay on the floor and put your heads and knees and everything on the floor, and that's great. All right, for those of you that are a little bit stiffer and like those of us that are a little older, do the best you can here. If you can, try to keep both hands on the floor, one on the opposite side of the leg. All right, good. Now from here, try to not move your feet at all, just rotate your hips so that your right foot goes up and your left foot goes down. Good. Hold that for another 10, 15 seconds, just like you did on the other side. Good. Come back to center. Excellent. Now, with a little luck, your feet have worked themselves out a little bit wider. This time, I want you to go down so that your right knee goes down to the floor, but your left stays up a little bit. So you're kind of rolling your hip forward. No, so you kind of come forward, Connor. There you go. So you're twisting a little bit and stretching that one hip. Excellent. There we go. Good. Hold that for 10, 15 seconds. Come back to center. Rotate over to the other side. Excellent. Hold that for 10 or 15 seconds. Come back to center. Good, 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 good. All right, from there, go work your way all the way back so you're sitting on the floor. If you fall over, that's fine, just don't go through the floor. All right, good. From there, let's bring our feet together. Butterfly, good. Now, here, if you can get your feet, the closer you can tuck your feet in, the better. The idea is to keep your back straight and then use your hands and your elbows to push down on your legs, whichever works for you better, and try to get as flat as you can. Very good, Connor, very good. Apparently you're flexible that way. Found something you're flexible at. All right. Excellent. Now from there, if Connor can bend forward, yep, excellent. And let's see if he can get his chest all the way to his feet, that would be awesome, but I don't think Connor can quite do that. But that's very good. Good, and relax. Come back up. And what I want you to do is grab the bottom of your right foot and put it straight up in the air. There you go. And stretching that hamstring a little bit. For those of you that know Buddha yoga, this is kind of similar to some Buddha yoga. We might save that for another class at some point. Maybe we'll have a guest instructor, Miss Amy, come in and do that class. All right, good. Hold that 10 or 15 seconds. Bring it back in, and switch to the other foot. Good. Hold that for 10 or 15 seconds. We're going to cut short a little bit here on Connor. He's going to bring that foot back down. Now we're going to do the ever so fun one where you grab both your feet and hold them both up. And then he bets on whether Connor tips over doing this. Oh, he's got it. He might get it. He might. No, almost. This one's hard. Okay? So, that one's more of a fun one. If you can do it, great. If you can't, that's fine too. Good. Obviously, if there's other stretches that some of the older senior students and whatnot, there's other stretch items that you may prefer to do, feel free to do those. I just want everybody to continue stretching and working on their flexibility while we are outside of the dojang and not together. Finally, one last piece of tonight's class, and I do encourage that you all try to do this on a regular basis, whether it's daily or not. The more I think you do it, the better. Just take a moment to meditate and in a sense, just relax. And basically, this can be really simple. And what we're going to do is just close your eyes, sit with your legs crossed, okay? And keep your hands relaxed by your knees and kind of with your hands kind of palms up. There we go. All right. And focus on your breathing. Try to breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Try to fill all the way to the bottom of your lungs. So your stomach, you feel your stomach actually expanding. All right. And try to do this for, 5 minutes. I know this is, for some of our younger students, going to be a little bit more difficult to do, but try to sit and relax. Anything that comes into your mind that you start thinking about, just try to send it back out as quick as it comes in. So things are just traveling through your mind. Nothing's sticking, nothing's getting focused on. You're, in a sense, just trying to empty things out of your head at the moment and relax and keep breathing. Just focus on that breathing. If you fall asleep, that's okay too. Probably means you needed it. All right, but as I said, try to do this for 5 minutes. Some of the higher ranks, you might try for 15 minutes, maybe even 20 minutes. For those of you that have done this in the past a little bit. Okay, everybody, that's kind of a wrap for our first attempt at this online class thing tonight. It's probably not the smoothest thing in the world, but I think overall Connor and I, got through it pretty good. I can't promise you we're going to do this for every Tuesdays and Thursdays and Saturdays, but we're going to try to get at least 2 of these out a week. It's a little difficult still with my work schedule outside of the school, but it is keeping my mind thinking about Taekwondo, which is a good thing, and also gives some time for you guys to think about it and practice your Taekwondo as well. I know things are a little bit challenging at the moment, and I wish I could see all of you guys like always. But hopefully, soon we will be all back together and kicking and screaming in here like normal. And until then, once again, I hope you're all doing well. Parents, if your children don't have access to Facebook in this video, or maybe it'll be on YouTube, I haven't decided where we're going quite yet with this. Please help them find it if they don't have Facebook accounts, and let them see it and review it and go through it with them. But otherwise, take care, be safe out there, and hopefully we'll see you all soon. Have a good night.